Hey, Steve Zook, welcome back to Polk Zoo channel and the Guitar Ladder System. Hey, I was going to do one video every day. I might do two today. A couple things popped into my head when I watched the other video. First off, let me just explain that, what you want to start focusing on is sound, okay? Not analyzing everything. Like, try to hear a sound. Like earlier, I did this major 13 chord. I think I called it a major 13 flat 5. It's not. I made a mistake. It's really hard to explain the mystery and art of music and talk at the same time and explain the guitar ladder system. It's not easy. Anyway, major 13, I was talking about how it resolved with a 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to 13 9, 13 13 flat 9 to a bichord. This is a major 13 flat 5. And I think I mentioned before that I don't hear this chord being used a lot. It's such a beautiful chord. The major 13 is such a beautiful chord, and then if you do it like this, then you got the flat 5 there. So the flat 5, major 13, flat 5. Major 13, of course, does not have the flat 7 like the dominant family chords, like the dominant 7, 9, 11, 13, whatever. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about, because I talked about it a little bit earlier, was the power of simplicity and cross-pollination. Huge part. I mean, there's a lot of cycles in the guitar ladder system that are very musical. This is a little bit of cycle 8. And there's a lot of really cool, there's stuff with partial, all kinds of stuff. But what I'm talking about right now is cross-pollination and the power of simplicity, because everything you play on the guitar, your subconscious mind records it. So that's why it's so important, the way that we plant seeds, and it might seem a bit redundant at times. But like I was talking earlier about this chord, which is a 7 sharp 9 sharp 5, it's a dominant chord, really great chord, and that resolves real nicely to the 13, dominant 13, which has the flat 7 there. That goes nice to the 7 sharp 9, and notice we use the common tone in there. I have just a little bit of power in my amp here. Yeah, I don't want to move. But anyway, so that would be a nice little cycle there. 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to dominant 13, 7 sharp 5 to dominant 13. Just like I'm going, okay. And then the way I always practice and teach my students is when you find something that works, see how you can change it. So as opposed to starting with this chord, maybe start with this form of the 7 sharp 9, then go to the 13, then go to this form of the 7 sharp 5 sharp 9, then do a 13, maybe start with the major 13, go to a minor 7 flat 5, major 13, flat 5, major 13, flat 5. So the simplicity, even if you're just going down in 4 chords like that, okay? So simplicity is really important. There's studies that I have that are much more, involved, like this one. I should be more warmed up. So that one has a lot more involved stuff in it. It's got some very difficult kind of chords in it. But the main point, I'm just going to give myself a tad more volume here. The main point I'm trying to make right now is about the power of inputting information into your subconscious, the power of simplicity, the power of cross-pollination. That's why, and I talked a little bit briefly about some of the different systems of improvisation, like playing major 7s in perfect fourths. Okay, I showed that earlier. And that's in one of my guitar ladder studies. You can go back and then, flat the 5 on those. But anyway, the point just being, don't underestimate the power of simplicity. And like I said, a nice little thing like this, like going 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to major 13, 7 sharp 9, major 7. Just always be trying new things. But my point, like I said, this is one of the most difficult things I've ever had to explain. It's like trying to explain how nature creates, But I believe we are a reflection of nature. I believe we're one with the one mind. I believe we're one with the universe, or whatever you want to call it. But you know, in order to have that free expression and to manifest your own unique musical ideas, you have to understand the field you're dealing with, and you develop those improvisational skills, and that's the fertile soil of composition. And again, like I said, according to the science of neuroplasticity, the less you analyze, the better. But everything's a paradox when you start trying to explain things. So, you know, when you work my chordal studies, it's best not to analyze them. But then, like I said, spend a little time every day improvising. And if you get stuck, then try one of these little simple techniques. Like I said, if you get stuck, come down chromatically, right? If you get stuck, take a common tone. Move intervallically, move in flat 5, in perfect 4. But when you're playing and composing and letting music flow out of you from the universe, that's not the time when you think. I studied with Joe Pass when I was 22. I'm 66 now, and he used to say, you know, if you're always thinking about what you're playing, you're going to sound really predictable, really boring, and it's really, really true. So I just wanted to clear that up and just give that idea there. Like I said, 7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Major 13 flat 5, 7 sharp 5 sharp 9 to major 13 flat 5, 9 4, flat 9, major 7, and again, like polychords, you know, intervallic symmetry, all this stuff is included in my studies. You don't need to think about it, but again, what I'm talking about is spending, you know, like every day, sit down and play one chord and see where you can go with it, and just be creative. Okay, so I just wanted to add that little, what I just mentioned the last few minutes. Okay, all right, folks. I love this bichord. So that chord's a combination of a minor 7 and a major 9, so at the same time. That's why it's important to listen to great pianists like Bill Evans, etc. All right, folks, let's stay positive. Ciao.